Hey everybody, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program How Not to RP-1 Addendum. Last time we gave our little X-405B a little bit of a workover, including some deployable drop tanks, which I'm hoping will extend its endurance long enough to hit some of these speed at altitude for X whatever minutes kind of contracts. And so we've accepted one of those, and we've readied up the X-405, and we're about ready to get it mounted up onto the carrier plane so we can take it downrange and try to use it to make back some of this money we've invested. Anyway, here's old me. Okay, looks like we have fuel in the tanks. Let's get this open. Let's track the gear intentionally this time. And set the throttle and ignition. Alright, and let's get us some altitude. Preferably we can maybe stop falling. Oh, we need atmospheric autopilot. Master switch. I could have just hit the P key also. Alright, coming up on EFT jettison. I'm pretty sure, yep, that's all of them. Good day, sirs. Y'all can go away. Thank you. I have to say it was definitely inspired. Alright. We have to get up to 28 kilometers, so I need to keep an eye on this. We also have to hit 700 meters per second, which I think is a speed record. Oh, it only has that option if there are empty tanks. Thank you, Beastly Pig. Let's say once we get that apogee up to where we want it, we can probably lay down and start going flat out a little bit. We don't want to go too much over 21 or 28. So I think 30 is our operational ceiling. There's KSC. X-Planes! Carnassa, how's it going? Alright, let's see if we can't get up to speed. If we get up to speed, we can just yank back on the stick and get our altitude goal. But I don't know if we're going to be able to really build out another... Oh yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. We're just going to go very high. And very, very far away from KSC. 50 kilometers. That was a bit of an undershot, I have to say. And hey, we're well past our speed record. Alright, no, we have to hit 28. Let's see how many other records we can set. I don't know, we might have to turn and burn. Ding! I think we got our contract, so let's shut these down. Like how X1 class plane in RP-1 has performance comparable to the real-life X15. It's all just about how you build it. I mean, I guess this would be a twin X1 because it's using two of the XLR-11s instead of a single. Crude altitude record of 25. 600. Experimental rocket planes. Return home safely. Man. We could push out to... no, that's altitude, not speed. Crude speed record of 900. Crude speed record of 1200. I think we could do that. How many ignitions do we have? 3? Let's bring home some bacon. Real ISRU is more complicated than you hope because none of the math lines up. A lot of places are treating the diametic things like H2 and O2 as monoatomic in the numbers, amongst other problems. Wow. Bing. Crude speed record over 1200 meters per second. Hooray! God, we could have just tapped up to 30 kilometers and knocked that one out as well. And, you know, maybe we still can, and we can keep that fuel for our turnaround. We are going a kilometer per second. It's not that stupid tanks are too light and everyone seems to use that wing strength ratio. Well, I mean, not me. I have actually upped the wing strength ratio on this stuff because, well, that's how we killed Jeb. I'd prefer not to do that again. Ding. All right, let's get back down. And hey, we're gonna cross all of Florida here. We should probably turn around. We got plenty of altitude, and we actually need to go lower, so let's just implement this. As some kind of ISRU, but implemented in a regular realism overhaul now. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. But Wookiees referring strictly to 1-point boomer compatibilities. Somehow this seems like a bad idea, but that ground should be a lot further away than we think it is. Oh god, look at pegging the G's. Guess that's what happens when you do a Mach 2 Immelman maneuver, I suppose. Fair enough. All right, let's whew, this is probably the worst way to reintroduce myself back into this. I haven't played in 2 weeks. So Killer Kriegsman, how's it going? Welcome. Garnessa, please stop producing so much content. Yeah. Oh, damn it, Wookie. Poof. Scorpio's always sarcastic. Yeah, we got quite a bit of ground to cover. It looks like we need to divert south just a bit more. And yeah, we're totally going to relight these engines to make sure we can get home. So might as well do it now. And this one's going to be slated for engine replacement upon recovery. Go back to being supersonic. And Bob setting all kinds of records today. And let's hope we can get him on the ground without killing him. Oh, no worries about spamming the 40k stuff. I really enjoy the painting things. I have a couple of friends who paint BattleTech minis. Oh, I have an appreciation for it. Absolutely no talent though. I can't. Little tiny things can't do. Oop, stall. Does anyone know where the hell we're supposed to be? I thought it was here somewhere. Am I wrong? Do I need to be right? You don't want to start recording anything right now. You hate recording. Slight left. We got plenty of time, right? We'll be fine. Thank you. Thank you, Calvin. The thing with the stuff is most likely made the ISRU not in mind unless you make some major breakthrough very soon. So it's not delay the thing, the stuff. Oh, I'm hitting M and not... Maybe I wasn't even... I think I see the runway. Fair enough. No rush. Yep, there's our debris out there. So the runway should be dead ahead. Looks like we're going to make it with plenty of speed to spare. Won't work anyway because TAC LS converter module is terrible. It is terrible. It's horrendously terrible. Yep, there's our runway. Tell me I turned on the science. Yeah, okay. Cool. Oh, either that or we've already gotten all that we can get here, so, you know, we do need to be a bit lower. We're going to come in real hot, and we don't have none air brakes. So, this will be a thing. We're just going to come in real hot. The Kriegsman, I'm not very familiar with 40k, but how many are in a squad? Devin, how's it going? Whoa. I think we're a little off balance. Yeah, and still way too damn fast. We gotta bleed off like another 100 meters per second or so. And get way lower. Whoa, still in time warp. Don't do that, dude. That's how you lose wings. This is why we up our strength modifiers. Turns out Bob is kind of a tough as nails pilot. Alright, let's get the gear out, get set up for approach. Right, sorry, chat. I need to concentrate here. Nope, too much. Squirt. Where are you? No, 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 no. Really good at flying, not so good at driving. Okay, that was a bit of a heart attack. Recover vessel to spaceplane hangar. With another successful test flight and landing, we will go reap our rewards here at the end screen, and then get back into the VAB here eventually. Okay, I was distracted with chat for a little bit, but basically, it's time to cycle out the engines on the 405, replace them with brand new, fresh ones because they're not automatically replaced now, and rebuild our drop tanks, which a smart person would have made into a sub-assembly the first time through, so we could have just grabbed it, stuck it under the wings, made sure it was filled with the appropriate amount of fuel, and then gone about his business. It was recommended to me by chat that replacing everything behind the cockpit as a sub-assembly would not affect your build time or your percentage completion or whatever, because it tracks percentages of difference and not actual part numbers used. So that's a viable option if you're trying to build these planes and give them fast cycle times without having to go through this somewhat tedious process that I am doing right here as a shining example once again of what not to do in RP-1. I'm going to rebuild the drop tanks again from scratch, and this time I think we're going to go up from 2 tanks to a triple tank setup just to give us a, I don't know, like an extra second or two of burst runtime as we're trying to get up to altitude and get up to speed. Super not very aerodynamic, but they do fill the purpose pretty well. And so here's smart me being somewhat smart and saving everything after the cockpit as a sub-assembly. So we're going to jump now into the VAB as we're going to start prepping our next sounding rocket, our next big boy sounder of not a distance rocket. We're just going to verify that what we have in there is what we have and our maximum capacities, so we know what we're dealing with when it comes time to go look at contracts. And we actually do have quite a bit of capacity for carrying sounding payload and a fairing big enough to house a biological sample. I think we can carry either the sounding payload or a film canister without suffering adverse effects, but not both. It's a fairly capable big sounding rocket in that I don't think there's a lot of these biosample or film canister return contracts available to us currently that one rocket can't complete pretty much out of the box, which is I mean, a good thing for where we're at, and where we're at is essentially just waiting for tech to unlock so that we can start trying to plan out our first orbital attempts. We're waiting on at least one leap in engine tech, and I think the next amount of tank types, and then I think the node we want to have unlock after that is orbital science or material science. I think it's early spaceflight science. One of the nodes that gives you the scientific equipment, I think, namely the Geiger counter, because first scientific satellite needs to have that equipment on board to complete the contract, and so you're kind of going to get stuck at just after your first orbital contract unless you have that node unlocked. If I remember correctly, my apologies. It's been a couple of weeks, really. And now that we have accepted the contract, we'll go ahead and validate our rocket, make sure that we are carrying the appropriate amount of sounding payload. It does look like, in fact, we are, so we'll just save our edits and get that thing ready to roll out to the launch pad. This is kind of a milk run flight, but once again, we're just kind of waiting for tech to unlock so that we can build bigger and better things. So out on the pad, engine lights, and a fairly nominal flight. We're just gonna take ourselves on up to an altitude of 160 kilometers with our sounding payload of 105 units. That's all we really have to do, and we get paid. So we'll shut the engine down just a little bit early. We're already going to hit 312 some odd kilometers, which is, I don't know, like double the contract, but we'll still get, I don't know, we should still be able to recover our avionics and our sounding payload. We do have our new sciencey bit on top, the ion mass spectrometer, which we'll get a little run from it and then detonate the rocket. I was wrong about recovery. Good for me. So, yeah, we got that one done. Anyway, and while we are queuing up another not a distance rocket to do not a distance contracts, we can go ahead and take a look at our X-plane contracts. I think really we're going to look at our next round of sounding rocket contracts, because we would like to commission the rocket for that specific contract. I think we already have, yeah, we have an active contract, so it's probably for an X-plane. So we'll just go ahead and get not a distance rocket outfitted. Once again, I did kind of consider making upgrades to it, but honestly, it's really not worth the expense at this point. There's our biological sample and our parachutes, so this one we will recover. I'm glad I remembered that correctly. And 58 days until this thing is completed. It has been added to the build list, so now we just have to make sure, well, we've got some points to allocate. We'll go ahead and allocate those. We'll spend a bit of money because, well, we can. 25 in the VAB, 8 in the spaceplane hangar, 29 in R&D currently. And we're just a few hours from our X405 completing its retrofits, mounting those new external drop tanks so that we can burn harder for longer and get some more of these low altitude supersonic contracts, because really that's all we can do, because for some reason I don't have the X2 cockpit. That's I don't know, I guess that's a thing. 44 days until our next sounding rocket completes. I think we can get in probably 2, maybe 3 405 flights in that time frame, but unfortunately the contract payout decreases for a certain amount of time, like a cooldown. But anyway, we're mounted, we're ready to go, so here is old me. Okay. Atmospheric autopilot. Master switch engaged. Gear up. Toggle this. Throttle to full ignition. Oh yeah, what are we doing? This is a speed record, right? Current speed record 1500. I think we can hit that, but oh no, we have to stay. Alright, so step 1. Between 13 and 14.9. So we need to get some altitude under our belt. Oh god, is it not draining these? Oh, I didn't set the fuel priority. Oh, you stupid man. I can't transfer either. Oh, we're just gonna have to haul these dumb things forever. Well, alright then. We're already within spec on this contract, so I guess we're just bringing them home this time. Good job on making a sub-assembly, you absolute git. Gotta stay under 545 and below 14.9, so I think we're... nope. Okay, we can give it a little more juice, stay at 500, okay. Prince of Persia, the original, never played it. NASCAR Thunder 2004, MotoGP 2, oh man. That crossfeed is turned off, yeah, I bet you that's what happened. Enable crossfeed. Enable crossfeed. This will cause no problems whatsoever. Okay, good. We are draining from those tanks appropriately. We need to keep our nose down a little bit. 504, what do we got left? A minute 50. Okay, well, that worked out real well. The game was Rally Sport Challenge. Let's say clogged fuel lines. And you don't have fuel transfer unlocked. That's also, yeah. My workaround did not work. That's okay, we figured it out. Once we ditch these tanks, we're gonna gain a little bit of bump in speed. So we'll roll off the throttle a little bit more. We got some room on our altitude. We can get rid of you. We got 1 minute remaining. Are all of you empty? Yep. Goodbye, drop tanks. Oh god, can we keep this slow enough? Yes, yes we can. Okay. Good, good, good. How long? 45 seconds. You assign crossfeed to action groups. That would be nice. God, wouldn't it? Glorious turpentine and glue with thorax launcher on. Say the rally courses and the rally cars in Gran Turismo 3 were some of my absolute favorites. Can alter action groups in flight now? Like in this version? Or is this a 1.10 thing? Crossfeed is toggled only in editor. Okay. We can do it in 181. Oh, really? Oh, dude, that's awesome. All right. Let's shut down. We're not going to push for the 1500 meters per second record. We are, however, going to slow down a bit and bring ourselves in for a landing. The cross tools button on the hotbar. Button right under craft resources. Very handy for disarming abort actions. Whoa. What happened? Why did we just... Okay, I guess I put my mouse over something so it started ignoring my commands. Hopefully we can just do this quickly. Also, your plane gives F-35 vibes. It does. This was unintentional. I have like 2 or 3 more pre-built X-planes in this save that I built while I was prepping for Extra Life. X-35. We should totally rename it the X-35. But I don't think we're going to actually use them because for some reason I don't have the X2 cockpit. So like our operational ceiling forever is going to be 30 kilometers. Planes glide better with FAR. I think they absolutely do. I mean, Bob here is just... It's got all the records except for impact speed. Hopefully we can keep him alive for a while. Oh man, we are heavy. Seems like flying a bar of soap. Touchdown. Brakes, 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 brakes. Effing nice job, Bob. That was textbook, buddy. Clink. Recover. To spaceplane hangar. Yes. Alright, sorry, chat. Let's catch up with stuff. And with another successful X-Planes flight in the books, that is unfortunately where we're going to have to call this episode. And I really think this 405 will hit 1500 meters per second now that I'm reviewing the footage, but that is all for another time. So thanks so much, everybody, for hanging out. I really do appreciate it, and I will see all of you in the next one. So until then, see you later.